Hello there everyone, Coolnickyd here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm here with part 5 of Let's Play The Sims 4 Simvivor FATEFUL Shore. We have made it to the finale and we have 3 lovely Sims left. We have Joe, Allison, and Julie over there. In this episode, our final 3 castaways will be competing in 2 challenges, one for individual immunity, a fire making duel, and then they will face the jury and one of them will be voted the winner of Simvivor FATEFUL Shore. I am so excited. This truly can go any which way. I have no clue who the jury is truly aligned with. We have our 2 captains and we have Allison. Like, truly, it can go anyway. This has been a whack season. It has been much more different than in the past. I feel like in the past you have like everybody's clear path to the end and their clear path to victory, but I feel like each of their paths to victory this season are still very much like still carving out that path. So I am looking forward to who makes it all the way to the end. Now, there technically doesn't need to be much socializing that happens today because there's not going to be a whole lot of social dynamics beyond the final vote. The 2 paths to the finale are either winning individual immunity or winning the all-important fire-making challenge. But I will let them socialize a little bit because they're still going to be campaigning for jury votes. And it does look like Allison here is going to be the first person to do that today with Julie. Oh, and it looks like Joe is also joining from across the strip. Oh, a nice little final 3 breakfast. How cute. Why do they think everything smells? Everything in this area always smells. I don't get it. But yeah, they have all been pretty friendly with each other. We've seen Joe and Julie be super tight. I mean, Allison and Julie have also made their way here together. Like, Julie chose Allison over Jess, who was eliminated in the last episode. And so they really have this little like triangle going, and they're such a good group of friends. It is really funny to me and kind of awesome that Joe and Julie came into this together as captains with an immediate target on their back, previous experience in the game, and they have, I don't want to say dominated, but they've made it here because they haven't dominated. I mean, maybe Joe has, but Julie definitely has not dominated, but they've made it here. Like, again, honestly, against all odds, like they were able to build their own team, and whether that team helped them get here or not, in Joe's case, I would argue it did. In Julie's case, I would argue it didn't, but she still made it here. So like, but it's nice that they are still together. They could have easily been enemies right from the start, like captain against captain. I'm going to play my game better than your game. We're going to pin our teams against each other. But they just didn't do that. They really didn't. So it's been super nice to see how they again carved their own path to the finale. Meanwhile, Allison has had her ups and downs as well. We saw her in the beginning, be super likable with literally everyone, sing song, and the whole 9 yards. And then her best friend gets eliminated 2 episodes ago. And she kind of has this like fire in her. You could even see it in her face now. She has this fire in her. She was getting upset around camp a few days ago. And she has honestly like been like second place in like every single challenge. So it really, I feel like there is a flame in Allison that maybe will make it all the way to the end. Or maybe it'll be extinguished tonight. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But here it is again. She is, ever since Megan has been gone, she has been very... there's a feistiness in her. Welcome to the final immunity challenge of the season. This one is called Tweet, Tweet, Tweet. We've done a version of this challenge in the past in season 8. Each of our final 3 Sims are going to have to go to their podium and debate. Whoever has the highest debate skill at the end of the allotted time wins the final individual immunity. And this is really important. It is the first of 2 challenges we will be doing today. The second challenge will be that fire making challenge that we saw a few episodes back. So they definitely don't want to fall to the luck of the fire making. They want to use their skills and their own control to debate as best as they can. So it's 11:30. We're probably going to go till around, we'll say 1:15. We'll see how long they can do it. And whoever has the highest debate skill around 1:15 will win. But for now, survivors ready, go. Okay, so they're all starting at the exact same time. They're all pleading their case, all saying why they should win. We've talked in length already this episode as to why each of them could win. I could just imagine them debating with each other why they deserve to win right now. I gotta keep an eye on the time. We're going until 1:15. Their debate skills look pretty neck and neck right now. So I'm interested to see how that goes in the next hour. It's looking like Julie's is a little bit lower than Joe's and Allison's. They all started at the exact same time. I don't necessarily know what contributes to the debate skill. I don't know if like a higher charisma helps. If that's the case, it does look like Allison's is a little bit higher. Definitely looks like Allison's is higher. Joe might be giving Allison a little run for her money though, but it looks like we are creeping up on the final few minutes of this debate. 15 minutes left on the debate clock. And then we'll reveal to see who has the highest skill. Wow. 10 minutes left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1:15. Okay. So I'm going to have each of my Simvivors, end their debate. No more debating. Okay. Allison has a research and debate skill of 75. That's pretty good. It's really good. Julie has her research and debate skill at 62. So Allison is currently in the lead for the final immunity. Next we have Joe. Will Joe pull it out? It's looking like it's pretty high. 68, which means Allison has won the debate and won the final immunity challenge of the season, cementing her spot in that final 2. I knew there was a fire under her butt. Allison, congratulations. This is a well-deserved win on your part. You are officially the first and only person to put the 2 captains in danger of going home and against each other at that. So congratulations, Allison. And Joe and Julie, we will see you a little bit later for that fire making challenge. But wow. That is crazy. Now I'm gonna let the final 3 celebrate their last completed challenge with a nice hot pot meal, help them build some relationships, maybe, earn some votes. Julie and Joe now really have to try and get Allison to vote for them if they're in the final 2. We've done in seasons past, we've had the winner of the last immunity bring the person to the final 2. There was a season where I actually just did a final 3, but in typical Simvivor, since around season 6, we've been doing the final fire making, and I think that it's really a good way to do it. In Julie and Joe's original seasons, fire making did not exist. So it was actually at this point of the original season that Julie was kicked out. She was kicked out right before the final 2. The person who was in Allison's spot didn't bring her. And then Joe was kicked out right before the final 3. But this is a spot that both of them have played this entire season yearning for. And the fact that one of them will not make it there is just all too familiar for them. So really, Allison, she finally has a smile on her face again. She's finally feeling happy, and she has nothing to worry about. The only thing she has to worry about now is convincing that jury that she is the person that deserves to win over the captains, Joe and Julie. So we will just have to wait and see how that goes. Alrighty, y'all, it is about time where we do one of the most nerve-wracking challenges of the entire season, and that is the final 3 fire making challenge. So Joe and Julie, similarly to how it was done earlier this season, have one task, and that is to make fire without getting burnt. If they burn their arm while making fire, they are out. If they both burn their arms, we restart. If they both successfully make a fire, we restart until one person in the round burns their arm. And it is in that case that they will become the final member of the jury, and the person who successfully makes fire will be the second member of the final 2 and will have the opportunity to win Simvivor Hot to Talk Short. So a lot is riding on this challenge. This challenge in particular has taken out some of the biggest threats in Simvivor history. I can think back to so many people who have fallen victim to this challenge, but it at least gives them a chance to fight their way, because the other option would just be Allison bringing whoever she likes better. So at least in this case, Joe and Julie each have a fighting chance. Julie has done this once before. Earlier this season, she was able to beat Megan in that, tiebreaker when it was just her and her friend on that tribe. So we'll see if she will be able to do it again and cement her spot in the final two. But either way, a lot riding on this challenge for the both of them. All right, let me go ahead and have Julie light the fire. Let's have Joe light the fire. All right, Simvivors are ready. Go. And just like that, one round in, and Joe, the game has spoken. Yes, Joe, you have fallen victim to the fire making challenge, and Julie, for the second time this season, has created fire successfully without any burns and is ending up in the final two. Wow, wow, wow. Joe, I just want to say that I feel like Joe has brought so much entertainment to this season of Survivor. I feel like he absolutely could have been a great winner if he did make it to the final two and did successfully persuade the jury that he was the one. I totally feel like it could have been him. I am very intrigued to see where your vote for the winner will lie. Will it lie in Julie, your fellow captain and fellow ally, or will it lie in Allison, your former chosen teammate? We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm so sorry, Joe. Thank you so much for letting me play with your sim. It was a pleasure having you on this island. But we'll see you on the jury in just a few minutes. Now, this wouldn't be Simvivor without one final challenge, right? Okay, so we have our 5 returning formerly eliminated Sims, Michael, Jess, Megan, TJ, and Joe, and we have our 2, existing Sims, Julie and Allison, in the back, and they will each be competing for an extra bonus in the final tribal council. So there's 2 extra votes up for grabs. For the 5 in the front row, our jury members, the first person to make it all the way here to the cave of Hothatok Shore will win an extra vote for themselves. So that means if TJ wins, TJ gets 2 votes. But there's also stakes for Julie and Allison. The first one of them to reach the cave all the way here at Hothatok Shore will automatically get an extra vote. So it is a very long swim, a very long run, whatever way they decide to get there. It's a pretty far walk. So there's 2 extra votes on the line. So, oh my God, where are we? It can either be, 2 extra votes for the same person. If Julie wins an extra vote automatically for herself and Megan's vote is going to go to Allison, it doesn't matter where they go. But there's 2 extra votes up for grabs. There's 5 jury members and there will be 7 votes. All right, so I hope that makes sense. The 5 in the front are playing for an extra vote for themselves, and the 2 of them are basically playing for an extra vote for themselves as well. All right, so I am going to have everybody run to the same exact location over here on the beaches of Hothatok Shore. This cave, I believe, is called Beard Cave. So we are going to have everybody go over here. Now their free will is off, so they will run all the way to that cave. Survivors, ready, go! Seems like Joe and TJ have the early lead, but there is a long way to go. All right, Joe is in the lead for sure. And if Joe wins, honestly, it would be really nice because he's known the final two the longest, so his vote being double would really mean a lot. See, look, this is slowing them down. They all look like they're deciding to go the same exact way. Out of our final two, it looks like Allison is in front of Julie. So if Allison reaches there first, she'll automatically get a second vote for herself as well. But I mean, the swimming really could change it all up depending on how well they know how to swim and everything. All right, they've all reached the beach. Allison and Joe look like they're the first out. Allison looks like she is definitely going to take it between her and Julie. Julie has just entered the water. Unless she can swim like a maniac, I'm not sure. They could either go around this way, they can go swim around this way. It looks like they're all going to head to this shoreline over here. And they're all swimming directly in a straight line. But yeah, it's unless, like I said, Allison just completely ditches in the sand or something, it's really looking like she is going to get that extra vote. I don't know who Joe's extra vote is going to go to, but that's what it's looking like right now. Oh, and it's looking like these two are taking maybe the long way around. All right. Well, look at the bats flying out of the cave. Scary. All right. Allison automatically gets one extra vote at Tribal Council, and Joe gets the double vote. So that means Allison and whoever Joe votes for is going to get 2 votes, and then Allison automatically gets a second vote. So that is crazy. It wasn't even a competition. Oh my God, everybody else is still like somewhere in the jungle over here. Wow. Good for them. Good for them. All right, we have made it here with our beautiful final 2 Sims. Allison and Julie both played very different games, but both 100% earned their spot here in the finale. So who has our jury voted for? We will just have to wait and find out, but let's officially welcome back everybody. We had Michael eliminated on day 1, wasn't actually drafted to one of the tribes, but was still a very important part of this season. So welcome back, Michael. I'm very curious to see how your short time on the island affected your vote. TJ, you were a former member of Julie's tribe, but you also had some short relationships with Allison, so how did your time on the island affect your vote tonight? Megan, you have a bestie in Allison and a former tribe captain in Julie. Again, where will your vote fall? Jess, we saw that you were kind of friendly with everybody. Whose relationship was just that much stronger for you? And last but not least, our recently voted out Joe. We saw Joe and Julie really stick together as captains this whole season. Will his vote mimic those relationships? Thank you so much, jury, for an amazing season. We are very happy to have you back, and thank you for submitting your votes. I have tallied them. Before we reveal the votes, let's recap the season and explain a little bit why each of our Sims have either outwit, outplay, or outlasted the other, which is the motto of Simvivor, or the show Survivor. Allison, let's start with the outwit portion of the game. I think that this probably is where Allison lacked a bit in terms of the final 2 here. I don't necessarily think that Allison was a very strategic game player by any means. I think that she was really strategic when she needed to be. We saw her in a few episodes ago going up to people. She was really quiet after Megan went home. She was like, oh my gosh, I need to make up for this. I need to do socializing to make sure that I don't go home. And she did that. But other than that, I don't really know that Allison has been the super most strategic player. But I do feel like she's outplayed. I think that she made it here on her own terms. I feel like the win today in the final immunity challenge really did bring her here. I don't think that she would be here other than that. And then getting an extra vote, that could extremely help her as we reveal the votes. So I do feel like Allison has played a hard game. She played with her heart on her sleeve. She was always bubbly and always fun to be around camp, which is great because obviously Simvivor is a social game first and foremost. So I feel like that portion of the game, she really excelled in the playing aspect. I think she excelled in nearly every single challenge. She won the Bird's Nest challenge for her tribe. I do feel like she was a game player. I think at camp, she was a little more smiley. Once Megan came, she was a little more angry, and that really lit a fire under her to eventually make it here to the outlast portion of the game, where she has outlasted 5 other jury members and ended up in this final 2 seat. So I think a very worthy winner at that, but will it be her? Or will it be Julie? So Julie's outwit portion of the game, I think she did this a little bit better than Allison. We saw her in the first episode being very strategic, picking, methodically who the two members of her tribe were going to be. But then we go to the outplay portion of the game, and I don't necessarily think that Julie really did that better than Allison did. We saw Julie really playing from the bottom. She was the underdog. Unlike her first season, she was losing almost every single challenge and ended up here at Tribal many, many times. She did win 2 fire making challenges, and that put her in this seat as well. Like, not to discredit her, I just think that Julie had to play a very different game than Allison. Some may say a harder game, but I think she had to play a very different game from Allison. She played a very defensive game where Allison played a very offensive game. And then in terms of outlasting, she did. She outlasted just like Allison. She is here in the final 2. Again, a very different, but a very, 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 very deserving winner. 2 Simvivors who have made strong connections around camp, and so 2 Simvivors in which I am really interested to see how the jury is going to think of them. So, as a reminder, Allison is starting off with 1 vote. So, let's read the votes. First vote, Allison. So that's 1 vote Allison, 0 votes Julie. Next, we have Allison. That's 2 votes Allison, 0 votes Julie. Next, we have Allison. That's 3 votes Allison, 0 votes Julie. Next, we have Julie. That's 3 votes Allison, 1 vote Julie. Next, we have Julie. That's 3 votes Allison, 2 votes Julie. Next, we have Julie. That's 3 votes Julie, 3 votes Allison, 1 vote left. The 7th and final vote goes to the winner of Simvivor Hothatok Shore, Allison. Yes, Allison, congratulations. You have won Simvivor Hothatok Shore. Let's give it up for her. Oh my goodness. What a whirlwind of a ride Allison went on this season. We saw that fire in her eyes right in these last 2 episodes. She made it here. She competed in that final immunity, won, cemented her spot here, and then also cemented her spot with that extra vote. I will reveal that Joe, who got 2 votes, voted for Julie. So only 2 of the members of the jury voted for Julie. 3 of them voted for Allison. So even without the extra votes in place, Allison still would have won this season of Simvivor. Big congratulations to the both of you, especially Julie. Julie, your sim was an amazing person to have here at camp. You played really, really, really hard. Episode 1 had people coming to you, you campaigning, trying to find that right tribe. And I just feel like all of that hard work just unfortunately didn't help out Julie. She played from the bottom this entire season and really just fought her way here. She was like every single week, the skin of her teeth would like right here, like so in danger of going home. Like, I think she may have been at almost every single, was she at every single tribal? She was probably at every single tribal council. So what an underdog story for Julie this year. A complete turn on its head from her first season when she was dominating. She really did play from the bottom this time around. And so Julie, I commend your gameplay. You played an amazing, amazing, amazing season. But somebody like Allison, who just really was, I always said, the light around camp, somebody who has highs and lows to their stories, somebody who is at their highest point and at their lowest point and fought on their own to make it here. I really do feel like Allison is a very, very, very different and a very special winner of Simvivor. And for that, I will congratulate her. She is going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing person to add to the winner circle, and somebody who I am looking forward to coming back in our all winners season, which I just teased, but it'll happen eventually. I'm super excited to have her back. And thank you all jury members for again voting for the winner of Simvivor. It is not an easy thing to do to pick a winner of Simvivor, but I feel like you guys had it in your hands and you did a really, really, really good job. In case you guys are curious, Michael, Megan, and Jess voted for Allison, and TJ and Joe voted for Julie. So there we go. Thank you all, most importantly, for sticking with me through another season of Simvivor. It is my favorite thing to do, and I thank you all for giving me a platform to do it. Whether or not you watch these videos, I would be making them either way, so it's fun that I at least have somewhere to put them and document them. But these videos are really special to me, especially playing with my real life friends and people I know. It's just really fun, and I am absolutely like ecstatic for what is to come. Like, you guys have no idea the next few seasons that I have planned, probably in 2025, which is crazy for me to say because it is May of 2024 when I'm recording this. I don't know when this is being uploaded, but I'm recording this May of 2024. So my 2025 seasons, man, they're going to be really good. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, big congratulations to Allison. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all again next season. Goodbye. Woo!